of the Winnebago Tribe.
Happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome to Winnebago Talks. My name is DJ Guaranteed, and we have some people that are joining us here today. Go ahead and give us your introduction.
Hello, everybody. DJ Bethani. My name's Bethani Redhorn, Communications Office Manager.
Good morning, everyone. I am Tyler Snake, the Winnebago Indian News Office Circulation Manager.
Okay.
And good morning, everyone. I'm MCBKC, or Brian Chamberlain, also the editor of the Winnebago Indian News.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. And we have a lot to discuss here. We do have some special guests. One of the things that we wanted to do before we get started here is offer our condolences to eminent speaker, veteran, and longtime person that served for the Ho Chunk Renaissance. Mr. Herman C. Brown Jr. passed away, and his funeral will be on Thursday. And I know that when I was growing up, Herman used to work over at the Halfway House, and used to see him in my childhood. And then at powwow, he would always have his video camera and taping a lot of the events and those things too. So we want to do a moment of silence for Herman here. I know that a lot of knowledge, the language, and he helped try to revitalize that as best as possible and stuff. So I know he was an avid boxing fan as well, and so we'll just do a moment of silence for Mr. Herman C. Brown. Thank you guys. And like I said, I know that in the next couple of days they'll be having some of the things that we do to send him on his journey over the course of the next few days. And we just wanted to, again, send our condolences and may he rest in peace. So with that being said, we have some Winnebago in the news. I know that you folks just got an issue out this past Saturday. That's right. And turned out pretty good. I know that the headline was food is medicine and stuff. So Tyler with the bagel bits.
Let me see this right here. Every time I was like, oh man, I didn't grab one. Okay, so for this issue, it was kind of an older bit. I didn't get to fit in the last issue, but it was kind of a shout out to the WPS speech team. Kind of listed the students that placed and what they were for. Another one is on Denise Milford for receiving Student of the Year at AHEC.
Oh, cool. Congratulations.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It's a good, accomplishment.
Yeah, the AHEC conference in Minneapolis, I got the honor to go up there and check it on out. You you guys held down the Tuesday episode last weekend. It turned out well, and there was a lot of people. It was probably one of the most attended AHEC conferences, and Little Priest represented very well, and it's good to see that she walked away with Student of the Year. That's a lot of hard work and stuff, so keep up the good work, for sure. Anything else?
Those are my two bits. Kind of, if you want to check them out, you could go on our website. We're going to have a QR code for that soon.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
But just another reminder that our deadline for our next coming issue is March 26th. If anybody wants to update their address or, get a win delivered to them, they could email me at tyler.snake@winnebagotribe.com.
Awesome. Cool. Now, Brian, I know that in the episode there, or the issue, you mentioned something about Winnebago Tribe enters Class 3. What does that mean?
Yeah, as it says in the story, and all the full detail is there, of course, in this last issue, guys. And so what has happened is the Winnebago Tribal Council passed a motion, actually unanimously, if I remember correctly, which authorized our chairwoman to basically engage the state of Nebraska to begin the Class 3, that went away, the Class 3 gaming compact process. Is it yours?
Yeah, keep going.
So something's there. But anyway, that is a pretty momentous level of activity because, of course, the voters of Nebraska legalized gambling, meaning that they basically changed the constitution for the state of Nebraska back in November of 2020. And it's taken all this time to move forward, and now the Winnebago tribe is at the point to where we are going to begin this process with the state of Nebraska. The governor is notified at this point, and the steps will basically take place from this point forward. Class 3 gaming is on its way.
Awesome. So if you want
Exciting.
more information about it, make sure that you check out this issue of the Winnebago on the News. It's up on the website, and then also we have some kiosks, our newsstands. Where are those located at?
So the ones
Whoops, sorry.
So the ones we currently have are located at the Pony on the outside of town.
Okay.
Sweetwater. Sometimes DG, our stand keeps getting lost. I don't know.
Okay.
The Blackhawk lobby. They'll actually be up here at the new admin building also.
Okay.
Since the move. And then Little Priest, Wolf's Den, and then their little waiting area inside the main building. And then
You can always come up here and,
Food
and
distribution,
say hello to us and say hi to
human
Tyler.
services.
Yep,
Yeah,
right. Food
everywhere.
distribution, human services. I seen them kind of hidden. So
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys want to practice up for the Easter egg hunt that Ho Chunk Renaissance is going to do.
Yeah.
So make sure that they're a little hidden at the Pony, and then I think at the food distribution you might walk
Yeah.
past it and stuff, but they're there.
At the Pony, it's right next to the ATM. You can't miss it.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you have it. There you have it.
Absolutely. And so, like what we were saying, there's a lot of good stuff in this issue, as there is in every issue. And what we have also been doing is featuring prominent tribal members, tribal leaders on our masthead. And so this time around, we did the late Ramona K. Wolf. And so we always extend our sincerest gratitude and appreciation to her granddaughters for kindly allowing us to feature her image on the masthead. And of course, the previous issue was the late Jim Snow. Both of these people happen to be tribal council members, but they don't necessarily have to be, because the first one that we did, of course, was Mr. Frank Lemire. So I'm throwing that out there because if you guys would like to basically nominate a family member or somebody in your own clan or your own, circle to be featured on the masthead, get a hold of us here at the Winnebago Indian News. My email is brian.chamberlain@winnebagotribe.com, or Tyler, like you said, tyler.snake. And basically get a hold of us. If you have a great picture that we can use, it's typically from the shoulders up, as what you've seen, and we will definitely get them in there. Plus, at the same time, if you can kind of give us some background information, because I know a lot of people, but I don't know everyone.
Yeah.
And so we try to make sure, we feature what they stood for, their impact on the tribe and the people, and that's really what it's about. So, of course, Neola's image is always there because she is our founder, but we like to kind of throw in some others, and then we will continue to go that route.
What a great way to honor some of the leaders, maybe the youth. I noticed that I got a chance to see the strategic plan that the Winnebago tribe did, and the median age, I didn't know this, is 25.
Yeah, we are a very young people.
Right.
Yes.
And so some of those people, maybe some of those that have journeyed on, it's good that those people learn, because they provided some of the footsteps that we can carry on, some of the traditions and
Indeed.
and some of the progress that we have made. So good thought and feeling to have them on the masthead. And then I seen on below there, you did have a countdown for the 158th annual homecoming celebration.
Yes, the granddaddy of them all, and I'm gonna hurt feelings here. The oldest powwow in America. Some people, no, it's not. Yes, it is. So anyway,
what is the countdown there, Tyler?
I believe 9 paydays.
9.
Yeah,
That's what I thought. Yeah.
that's
It doesn't
that's
matter
the
on
one
the
that
days or
That's
hours.
season already.
It's 9 paydays. Dang, that's coming around quick, boy.
Yeah, guaranteed. What we'll throw in there, of course, with every issue, this will be on the front page or in one of the color images. The actual days from the issue dates, and now we're going back to Saturday. It is 130 calendar days, essentially 5 months, and as Tyler alluded, how many paydays?
9.
9.
Dang,
Yes.
boy, better start saving up, man, because you have arts and crafts. You have, of course, the food
Yeah.
is tremendous, and then you have championship dancing and singing. So it's just a good time. Make sure you tell you people about it, and circle the date. I know that we at Communications put out the save the date.
Yes.
And that's going to be July.
Here it is,
There.
July 25th through the 28th.
There you go. Circle those dates right now. Go ahead.
Well, that's why we like to put it out there, because a lot of people, it is the last full weekend in July. That's the easiest way to remember it, but they want to know the exact dates, so we put it on there. And of course, this goes out to our tribal membership all across the globe. and including those, thank you again, Jordana Bass, those that are not necessarily available to leave. I'll say it that way. And so what she meant is those incarcerated.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, and they want to know what's happening here
They're
in
on
Winnebago, but
vacation.
at the
Yeah.
same time, yes, you know, they want to know what's going on and how close it is, and maybe they will be able to get out before powwow. Who knows? You know, where's that bond money this week? So, but anyway, we want to throw that out there because it is the biggest event here in Winnebago. The entire calendar year circulates around, of course, the powwow event. And it is the 4-day celebration celebrating the return of Chief Little Priest and the Fort Omaha Company A Scouts.
Yeah, definitely. We are older. This celebration. Now, I know other tribes have different celebrations and everything, but this celebration here is older than the state of Nebraska.
Yes, it is. Yep. And because of that, you'll remember that the original governor came. Oh, just kidding.
Very interesting. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the Winnebago and the news. Do you guys have anything else that before we get into our special guest?
No, I'll come back in later and stuff.
Yeah. So, what was the score? Okay, did you guys do the answer is on Tuesday?
17.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was
3-2, if I remember right, and Bethany ended up winning.
Oh, okay. So you have a lead at 3-2.
Yeah.
It's 3-2. Let's go, Tyler. You got a lifeline today. I got some good questions too, man.
Okay.
So
You got to give us a hint.
all right. Let's see here. Marriage. I'm just gonna talk about marriage and stuff. Yeah. So pretty interesting.
It'll be a tough one.
Getting somewhere.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Announcements.
Yes. So, just to relay a few things, we do have our top 5 songs of the week that will be posted today later on our Big Voice Facebook page. We do the top 5 songs for my show, which is on Thursday, is called All Request Live. So I'll be live from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Thursday. We do get into the top 5 countdown towards the end of the show. But we do have the big hour, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. DJ Guaranteed was in here yesterday for a episode of the big hour.
Yeah, it was pretty cool,
Live
man.
rock and roll.
I think I blew everybody's speakers out. You know what I mean?
Man, I was like sitting here when I was, going through the edits, and like it was just the vibe of like you get into a whole different feel when you're listening to live music.
Right. So recorded live.
And you had some really awesome selections in there. So
Eric Clapton, I Shot the Sheriff live. You know what I mean? It's just like you don't capture that in the studio and everything too. And then the Freebird by Leonard Skinner. I know it's a 14-minute song, but
it's worth the listen. It is.
Well, there you have it. I'd like to introduce our next special guest here, and I'll go ahead and turn it over to you ladies to do your introduction to make sure we get everything right. So
Okay.
Go for it.
I'm Melanie Tuomoheloa. I'm the primary care clinic manager over at 12 Clans at the hospital.
Okay.
And I'm Dr. Kara Drew from the University of Iowa Family Medicine Residency, and I come down and I do prenatal care and women's health.
Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Melanie, I'm gonna have you move over to this mic over here if you don't mind here. I'm sorry about that. It looks like we got a little buzz introduction and on that one and stuff. So I'm trying. Give me a kind of a test here on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get it here. I apologize for that.
That's okay.
There it is. You
Testing.
Yes, you have a lot of important information, so we want to make sure we get that and stuff. But yeah, we got to check that microphone.
Yeah.
The joys
wiring.
of technology here at the Big Voice and stuff. We'll
It's
get
great
through
when
it
it
and
works,
stuff.
right?
So, Dr. Drew's in the house here today. All right, I'm glad you came. We have some information to present here, so I'll turn it over to you ladies.
Sure. So we have been, the primary care clinic and public health department have partnered and received a grant through the CDC called the Hear Her campaign. And it's really to encourage and promote education so that the patients are aware of maternal warning signs, complications, families aware of it. And it's just really to just overall awareness.
Yeah.
You need to know these things when you're pregnant, up to a year after delivery. Families need to know to listen to you, and the providers need to know what they need to be listening to also. So
Awesome. And then you've been down here. We were kind of talking before we went on the air, but about 10 years.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
kind of tell us what your role in.
Yeah, so I'm the program director at the University of Iowa in Sioux City, and we've had a partnership with Winnebago for a long time where we've come in and done prenatal care. We've also served the Carl T. Clinic as well but really have come down here for a long time. It's a really great opportunity for us to get back to our community and then provide the best prenatal care for these patients that come here. So we see patients from 20 weeks on. The nurse practitioners and other providers here see them before that, but we really take over care, and then we do the deliveries at Unity Point in Sioux City. And so really trying to provide good continuity of care for these patients. Like I said, I've been coming down here for 10 years, and it's just a great atmosphere. Really, Melanie's doing such a good job leading the charge to make sure we're getting patients into prenatal appointments and making sure patients understand how important it is to come to those. And then really getting them in for follow-up afterwards for aftercare. Even if you had an uncomplicated delivery, it doesn't mean that the postpartum period is not uncomplicated. And it's not just about, do I have stitches and things like that. It's really looking at a whole patient and are you doing well adjusting to the new baby? If you have other kids at home, how are they adjusting? Is your family being helpful? Are you asking for help if you need it? Have you checked your blood pressure since you delivered? Are you having concerns about, having more babies, or, have you thought about what your goals are for further children and things like that? So making sure we're catching them both early on and asking those questions, but even after delivery, making sure that you have access to all the things that you need.
That is very cool. And the more we talk about it, it kind of gets into the mind. Maybe there's people out there watching and say, hey, that's right, I need to make sure I do my checkup and stuff. How do they go about doing that?
So scheduling an appointment, picking up the phone, or if you don't have a phone, you want to come in, you stop at registration, tell them what you need to be seen for. Family practice comes down on Thursday afternoons, but we take all other appointments, we schedule them, we do walk-ins, things like that. So we want to meet the needs of the patient. The clinic hours we're now open Monday through Friday starting at 7 a.m. And then Monday through Thursday we're open till 6 p.m. and on Fridays we close at 4. So we've extended our hours in the past year, about year and a half, and so just trying to make sure we're available to our patients. So that phone number is 402-745-3950. You can call, ask for the scheduling, get an appointment made. We're happy to see you.
So the other number, my mom used to work down there as a laboratory technician, and I had it ingrained to call the number and stuff. That doesn't work anymore, do you know?
Those are auto-forwarded, but that's like for a limited time. And so we have these little printouts on our desks at the registration desk. So we try to get the word out. So people...
on my cell phone, I'm going to update the content because eventually that number is going to go away.
Correct.
I think it's 2231.
But
this one right here, 402-745-3950 is the new WCHS hospital, 12 Clients Hospital number. Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming here. I just had a question real quick. There's a lot of fields that you could have got into. What made you get into the field that you wanted to go into, Dr. Drew?
Yeah, so as a family practice doc, I really do everything. I do deliveries, I see peds patients, I work in the ER part-time, we see ICU patients, we do our own admits. So I call my life happy chaos because I do a little bit of everything.
I bet.
But I really liked every part of family medicine, and I like getting to know families. I've actually delivered like multiple family members here in the community, and it's always nice to say, hey, you did my delivery. And, this and this happened, and it's really fun to get to know families as a whole, to take care of grandparents and babies and moms, and really have that generational tie where you feel invested in the community and you feel invested in their family, and really get to know them. And I like doing stuff with my hands, so I still get to do deliveries and procedures and skin biopsies and contraception and all those kinds of things. So
it's something new every day.
Every day is different. Like today, coming talk on a radio show. This is a first for me. So it's fun to be able to do something different every day. I never get bored.
Awesome. Man, that is really cool. I was just thinking while you ladies were talking, we went through, and especially the Hear Her campaign that you guys are doing, but we went through a pandemic, you know what I mean? And like on the other side, I think there's a lot of questions on is the vaccine going to affect my body or anything like that? Do you guys have any kind of, maybe just come and check with you guys to ask those questions, right?
Absolutely. Yep. I would recommend coming in, talking to a provider, weighing the pros and cons. Every patient is different depending on what else they have going on. And so it's good to have that conversation, and we're always there.
Awesome. And then you guys had the carnival, I think it was not too long ago. And I think I seen you in the W.I.N dressed up as, what was it, Spider-Man or something?
No,
or?
we were the Mighty Vites.
Mighty Vites.
Me and Angel were trying to educate on the vitamins that you can get from foods naturally, and so
like
we had a fun little. I can't take credit for that creativity. That's all Angel. So.
The Mighty Vites.
Yeah.
That's a good kind of. Was you able to attend that?
I
or-
was not,
Okay.
but that sounds really fun.
Did you get to go down there?
I did not.
I
No.
didn't either. Yeah.
Sounds like
I
we
heard
missed
about
out,
it.
though.
Yep. Do you guys have any other events coming up?
Oh, what are we doing? Today we're going to the diabetes education class.
Oh,
And
okay.
so if anybody, it's a Wapinagu, I'm probably saying that wrong, so I apologize if I am. But it's the diabetes team. They're doing education for anybody that has diabetes in the community. So it's a 10-week long program. It's from 12 to 1. Otherwise, I can't remember their evening times, but you can attend one or the other. And so myself and another nurse in the clinic are going to make sure that we're educated on the most updated information. The diabetes team is an awesome team full of knowledge, and just they have lots of resources. So.
Well, on behalf of the big voice, the first responders, the doctors, those that are healthcare providers and preventative, that's a lot of work, you know what I mean? So keep getting that information out there, and we can try to help as best as we can to provide that information. And an important step is to have you come up here and see face to face, you know what I mean? What they see on paper, Dr. Drew or something like that, but now they know what you look like and kind of have that familiar. Where are you from?
I'm from Sioux City, born and raised, so I've lived in the area my whole life. So.
And a lot of people are born in Sioux City.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Was you born in Sioux City?
I was born in Sioux City.
Yeah, so Sioux Cityans. No. Well, thank you, ladies, for coming on up. You guys have a good day and appreciate it. And we look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Hear Her campaign. Make sure you come and check them on out.
Yep, and I think DJ Bethany
Yes.
had the urgent maternal warning signs pulled up too. Those are on the CDC website. So just making sure that you're familiar with those. We have some posters printed and hung in the emergency department and then also in the clinic too. So just paying attention to your body and what's going on and escalating those concerns when you have them.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anything else?
If anybody else out there would like the link for that, I can definitely help the ladies out and share that with anybody that's listening.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you.
Dr. Drew.
Thanks, ladies.
Melanie, good to see you guys.
Good to see you guys.
So,
Okay. Now, in our ways.
yes.
So we're going to try to debut something here. Don't tell anybody because it might. Julie, come on up here. But don't tell anybody. We're going to try this here, and this is going to be the first one. So I had the privilege of going up to Santee.
Yeah.
And they had what is called the Shindig. It was really cool, man. They hospitality, the music, the songs. They had some featured dancers, and it was just an all-around good time. It didn't take place for a lot of, you know what I mean? It didn't take the whole day Saturday.
Yeah.
So we got up there probably about 6 o'clock, and then we set up and everything, and then I got done probably a little bit after midnight. Anyways, so one of the things that in my lifetime I had was a MC for powwows and stuff, So I'm going to debut here, and Julie, you're going to have to be my test market here, but let me see if I can get this right. But the joke of the day, okay?
All right.
So I'm going to try what they call the joke of the day, and if you like the joke of the day, then you got to laugh.
Gotta let it chuckle out.
Okay, so are we going to do a countdown, or do I just go?
As soon as you said joke, I was already going for it. As soon as you said it, I was like, boom.
Okay. Here's DJ Guaranteed's joke of the day. Okay, Julie, how do you catch a squirrel?
I don't know.
What'd you say?
I don't know.
Okay, this is how you catch a squirrel. You climb up a tree and act like a nut.
There was one, real quick, I gotta throw it in there. I seen a video to customize this one for the joke of the day graphic. It said something about hilarious moments for dad jokes.
Yes.
I think that's a dad joke, DJ guaranteed.
No, you think about it though. Just climb up a tree and then you act like a nut, and that you could.
Catch
Okay,
that squirrel.
all right, we're done. Okay, so that was the debut of what is it?
Joke of the day.
Winnebago Talks Joke of the Day. Best of me. Next week you got to do yours.
Okay.
Are we supposed to send you our joke so that you can tell a different joke
So
every
we can
day?
test them. So
Yeah.
look at all those
Every
laughing
Tuesday.
emojis that are coming up. You see all those
Yeah.
laughing emojis? Yes, it worked.
I will send you my list of jokes that I have.
You climb up a tree and you act like a nut. That's how you catch a squirrel. Yes. Yes.
I've never heard
yes.
that joke before, so I'm gonna have to use that one.
Shout out to Red Wing Thomas. He's the one that told it, man. So I got to give credit where credit's due, man. It was
Yes.
funny. Anyways, Julie, I know that you guys
Yes.
have some events coming, and go ahead and give us your introductions for those that don't know you.
Julie Smithhart. I'm the Emergency Management Coordinator for the Winnebago Tribe.
All right. And Julie, you've been here for about a year.
A little over a year, yes.
A little over a year, and I got the privilege, I keep saying that today, but we attended the FEMA training for tribal leaders and directors.
Yes.
That was very good, and learned a lot through that. It was a
Thank you.
whole day training and everything too, but there's more trainings that you offer and everything too, right?
Oh, yes. There's a lot of trainings that you can attend, especially there's independent study courses available on the FEMA website. Those are excellent. You can work your way all the way through to actually working, being qualified to work in an emergency operations center. But you know, you gotta take those classes.
Yeah, for sure. You have an event coming up, and one of the things that I noticed at FEMA is that you guys train, and you guys gave like a synopsis of story. One of the chairmen, you guys interviewed him, and it was in the book there, and he said, wow, we don't want to talk about those things, because if we talk about those natural disasters and all those things, it's gonna happen. But eventually, you know what I mean, we need to be prepared for an emergency, and by being prepared is like when that event takes place, you kind of go through some training. Fire drills at the school is one that I remember. Is like, hey, what do we do when the alarm goes off? Automatically we have to get up, go outside when we stand in that line or whatever it may be. So that's
That siren going off
I
at
know,
the same
right? But I think you guys have a siren drill coming up.
Yes, that is going to be the tornado warning drill. It's going to be March 27th at 10 a.m. The siren will run for 3 minutes. It'll be a solid tone, and then it'll end. And we'd like everybody to practice what they would do during that time.
Oh, good.
You know, if you when you hear the siren, go to your safe place.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea of not just testing the sirens, but testing yourself.
Yeah.
So knowing where that safe place is, whether you're at home or at work or even in your car, what are you going to do?
So, and it's a very effective tool here in Winnebago. We're a good village, you know, but we're growing in size and everything too. How many sirens do we have in town? Do you know?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I'm hoping that my understanding is that we're looking at possibly adding more sirens because as they expand out.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the things is I get a lot of texts or emails and a lot of phone calls when those sirens going off. Like, what's going on? Garen, do you know what I mean? So I'm sure you do too.
Oh yeah, I mean that's typical in the fire and the police department. They get phone calls and stuff like that. So it helps to know what they sound like and what they're doing. So if there is an actual tornado, the siren will not stop until it's all clear. So that's your signal is when it stops.
Okay.
That it's an all clear. So a solid tone forever.
Yeah.
Or it will seem like forever if you've ever been in a tornado or been in that situation.
Have you?
Actually, I have been very, very close to tornadoes. I used to live in Ottumwa, Iowa, and it actually, tornado went through Agency, which was like 7 miles away.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, it did a lot of damage. Went literally right through the center of town in Agency. So,
Yeah. Last year, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, but man, I always hear like the survivor stories, or you watch like the eyewitness of the tornado and all that, and then they're out there videotaping it and all that, and then our family group page and stuff, they're like, hey, there's the tornado warning, it's over by Pender. They'll jump in their car and they'll go after it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, no. You know what I mean? So that's something wrong. But one of the things that I always remember, it sounds like a freight train coming.
Yes.
That's what they said. It sounds like a freight train coming. And this last time down in Rosalie, I didn't even know we had sirens, but the sirens went off, and it seriously sounded like a freight train coming. We went down in the basement, you know what I mean, and went to that corner and make sure that we did all the preparedness. But it was just a line, it came through, and it was just you looked on the radar and stuff, we watched the Weather Channel, and it was just a line. It wasn't like a whole cell or anything like that. It was just a line that came through real fast, it was like done in like a matter of, it wasn't even 5 minutes, and it was gone.
Oh, usually tornadoes move rather quickly, and fortunately that was a good one, for you, for here, but they've had some that is a mile wide in Oklahoma.
Wow.
So, and Kansas, I believe, also.
Yeah.
So those are the ones you really gotta be prepared for. Those are the ones you have to really be prepared for, because those ones is kind of like a hit and miss, and they do jump. They do jump for sure. They'll go up and come back down. So
right.
Don't just because you saw it go up doesn't mean it's done.
The change of weather here, we're starting to have springtime and climate change and all that. I don't know if there's some people, it's 50-50, there's a lot of people that really believe in it. There's some people that's like, hey, it's just going through a cycle or whatever, but kind of pay attention, we had that big winter storm, and then after that followed the minus sub-zero temperatures, and in my lifetime I don't know if I ever experienced that for that duration. You know what I mean? What was it, 9 days or something like that just minus, oh man, I'm glad we got through it. But as we go into transition and storms are starting to pop up, April showers bring May flowers kind of adage, that's just around the corner. I'm glad that you're here. So March
27th at 10 a.m.
A tornado siren drill.
Yes. So please do whatever it is you normally do. Seek shelter. Interior hallways. Bathrooms are always good if you don't have a basement to get into. I don't want to tell you what we did in Ottumwa, but Ottumwa has never been, knock on wood here, has never been hit by a tornado. So all around where I grew up, within less than 7 miles, they've had tornadoes. And to be honest, in my neighborhoods, the only time I ever saw my neighbors is when the alarms went off. Everybody stood outside and went, "Can you see anything?" No, can't see anything. So don't do that. I'm not recommending that for anybody. But so seek shelter. If you're out on the road, just one quick thing: when you're out on the road and you're driving and you see a tornado and it doesn't look like it's going anywhere, that means it's coming towards you.
Yeah.
So take a side road, get off of that, because you are heading right for it.
Thank you for letting the people know about that. And then here, we're going to help you promote. So make sure you stay tuned to the Winnebago in the News, the Winnebago Tribe's Facebook page, or the Big Voice, depending on that. And then if you guys can help us out too, a lot of times the elders, and I guess Facebook too is starting to become for older people, according to my teenagers and stuff. But if you can share that, we do have a TikTok page, right?
Yes, we do.
And
so get some out there as well.
Yep. And anything else? Do you have a tornado story, Bethany?
Well, I was like real little. My aunt, she used to live in Salix. Salix, Iowa.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Salix, Iowa. And she had one of the houses that were like along Browns Lake. And we went into the cellar. Like the cellar was located outside of the house. The house is right here. Cellar's kind of off to the side a little bit. And I was probably like 4 or 3, and I was just like, I don't know if that really happened, if I dreamed it, if I was so scared that I really like thought I seen it. But I remember seeing one of those ones that funnel over the water, and it was right as we were going in the cellar. But I was just real little, so it traumatized me. I was terrified of clouds for like most of my life, and now in my adult years, I can finally just admire the sky without that trauma. But yeah. That was real scary.
They can be scary, that's for sure.
Especially over the water.
They can do a lot of damage. So
Also mentioning, I was looking on the Thurston County's emergency management page, and it said something about with the storms coming up, they have a severe thunderstorm risk categories with a breakdown of each area. So they have like thunderstorms with no label. They got a marginal. So those that are listening, there's a visual that I'm going to display on the live stream here. And so it just kind of breaks down some of those storms there. So we have the high category, the moderates, the enhanced, there's the thunderstorms, which is no severe storms expected, with lightning, flooding threats exist with all storms. And they have the marginal, isolated, severe storms possible, just different categories. And it said with the storm season approaching us, this would be a good visual to make note of, to reference back to.
excellent. Yeah, definitely keep check your weather. Know what's coming. It's best to know ahead of time and be prepared. Know what your communication's going to be if your family's separated during something like that. Sit down with your kids or your elders. Everybody just kind of share what you're going to do and what you expect the others to do.
Right. When that happened, I was the curious cat, and I went upstairs just to check it out and stuff. But my kids were downstairs watching Netflix, which is probably a good thing. You know what I mean? I was just like, in my mind, I was trying to protect the kids, and I was scared, man.
Yeah.
I was like, that sound of the freight train, it is real, And anyways, luckily nothing happened, knock on wood, but it's always good to have the communications, especially with your family members. And, you might seem as like corny or whatever and stuff like that. But for real, what are you guys going to do in an event of a tornado?
Or any disaster for that matter.
Right.
It's basically the same thing for any disaster, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Make sure you got a food supply. Make sure you got your medications ahead of time. Don't wait until the last day to go get medications or to stock up on some foods that you can do quickly. Because you may be without electricity or fuel or whatever for a period of time if something really drastic were to happen. So
I noticed that you issued a red flag warning.
Yes.
And I'm not really familiar with that. I know I read through it and stuff, but maybe there's a lot of people out there that are not familiar with the red flag warning is. What is that?
Okay, red flag warnings are when the conditions are right, the humidity's very low. There's a lot of everything's dried up this time, especially at the end of winter, and so it means that just any little thing can start a field fire or a forest fire. So those type fires move rather quickly, especially if they're windy, and the wind also has something to do with that. So you've got to really watch what's going on, and don't you're not throwing cigarette butts out, or you're not making campfires, or you're not doing field burns or something like that, because those can get away from you rather quickly.
Okay.
So that's what a red flag warning is. It's a possibility, and if a fire starts, it's going to move quick, and it's going to be widespread.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, this brings me to another joke and stuff that I'm gonna. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna do a pay-per-view.
Put it in your back pocket for later.
Savannah said, Garan, you got to keep working on it. Dang it. Anyways, anything else that you want to make mention here, Julie?
Just basically be prepared. Take a look at the websites for either the National Weather Service or Red Cross to make sure you have a go kit in case something should happen and you need to leave your home. Whether, I'm not talking just strictly for tornadoes, any type of situation where you have to evacuate your home. Make sure you have a go kit. There's a list of items that you should have in that go kit, and don't forget your animals.
Yes, our four-legged relatives for sure.
Yes.
Thank you, Julie, for that reminder. Okay, well, we'll let you get back to work. And last question here. Is there like a mass text message or anything that nationally that are in this region, you know what I mean, that you can get just in case we want to hear about the warnings and stuff here in Winnebago? Is that KTIV or KCAU? Or
yes.
Okay.
I think the radio stations or the majority of the TV stations put out some type of alert like that, but you have to sign up for it, I believe.
Okay.
So
all right.
Go in on their websites and sign up for their alerts. I know even the weather alerts through, I think it's weather.com and stuff like that. You can get those weather alerts also.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for stopping in. And yeah, I'm sure we'll have some more drills and everything too. So come up here and help us promote it, and then also we'll get the information out on our channels.
And you got my flyer.
Yep, and we got your flyer, and so
Fantastic.
we'll be
Thank you so much.
sending that out. Thank you, Julie Smithard.
Thanks, Julie. So while we have our next guest pop up, I wanted to kind of throw out there this flyer that we can kind of talk about a little bit. So if you are here in the Winnebago area, they have the annual Golden Egg Hunt. And I want to say this correctly. I know it's every year, it's usually the same. It's Wanagichke, Maji, Honi?
Hey, pretty good, huh?
I think so.
Okay.
I didn't want to pronounce it wrong. But there's going to be a gold egg in the amount of 300. They have the blue egg, the green egg, and they also have a purple egg, which is a PlayStation 5.
What?
They have the clues will be posted in the Ho-Chunk language starting March 25th through the 29th at noon on the community big screen.
Wow. How much does it cost to get into that?
It looks like it's free 99. Free to the public, or to the area.
Cool.
So open to the Winnebago community for all ages. Only one egg per person. So like one person can't go around and collect like all 4 of those prizes. It's one egg per person. Immediate household family of the Ho-Chunk Renaissance staff are excluded from participation.
Yeah, and thank you to the sponsors.
Yes.
I know that that's a lot of work, and we appreciate everybody that's going to be trying to, if you guys want to get rid of your PS5, let us know.
Yes.
Man,
But
that
exciting.
is some good prizes. Jeez.
I know.
How come they didn't have that when I was like in walking shape and, trying to.
When we was out
I know.
looking for these eggs.
300, 200, 100. That and the overall benefit is you get to
Implementing
learn
the language.
Yep. You get to learn the language, and it's a healthy activity for the family. So grab the crew there and go about
some family fun.
Good one. Let me see if that microphone was acting up earlier, but we have. Oh, it is good. Give us your introduction, my man.
Cool.
Good afternoon, guys. Caden Cleveland here. Ho-Chunk Inc. worker in the Community Impact and Engagement Department. I'm the Community Programs Coordinator.
All right, Caden, you've been busy, man. You've been busy. Tell us what you've been busy with.
Well, one of my biggest projects right now is the Sioux City Bandits coming up. I got the Winnebago Community Night that is on April 6th at 7 o'clock p.m.
That's coming around the corner.
Like
Quick.
3 weeks.
Yeah. How the Bandits doing anyway?
Well, they just got done with their preseason like 2 weeks ago, and then this last weekend they played on, or actually it was a Friday they played on, and they played Oklahoma Aces, and they beat them.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Good. There you go.
And the whole new league, it looks different. They got like a big, it's like a big square behind the football field, and it's just like so like weird to see it like that with the new regulations and all the new league.
Did you say like they have like a rebound field goal or something?
Yeah,
like that?
the rebound net they call it, and I've seen like a few actions off it, but they didn't get to it.
Didn't capitalize.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool. March Madness coming around the corner too.
Yep, this week.
Yes. What else you guys got coming up?
Oh, right now I'm just congratulating Aaron on receiving his 40 for 40.
Yeah.
At Res, and that was by the National Center for American Indian Enterprise Development. And I just wanted to like show some pictures of him and give him congratulations on it.
Yep, that's good job. So not this Res, but it was called the Res Economic Summit. That's what it's called. Yeah, Reservation Economic Summits and stuff like that. But good job, man. I seen that Winnebago HCI. You guys had a nice display out there, and my other half, she made it on one of those posters and stuff. I'm sure you guys did too. You know what I mean? But they're like, hey, look. But congratulations, Aaron. Aaron's job title. I know. I think last time he came up here, I said he was the CEO of the Ho-Chunk Farms, but he has since expanded his job title, right?
Yes.
What is it now?
His job title is the Senior Director of Business Operations.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Senior Director of Business Operations. There you have it. And look at all those people out there congratulating him. Man, I wish I could make it out there and stuff, but good time, and very proud of this young man doing his thing for Ho-Chunk Incorporated and the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska. And it looks like it was a eventful time. Did you get to make the trip, Caden?
Not this year. Next year, hopefully, I'll be able to make it.
Yeah, and kind of like for those people that never been out there, what is it?
For the res?
Yeah.
I didn't get out there. I mean, if I do go out there, it'll be like my first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Yep. Very nice.
It's nice that he had a lot of people in attendance for that, though.
Yeah, he had some of his close family members, and then some Ho Chunk Inc. members were out there, and even some of the tribal councils were to support him.
I remember our chairwoman Victoria Kitchian got that award.
Yes.
And the conference has exploded. I mean, I think they said 4,400 people attended this time.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And if you can imagine all those submissions and everything too, you know what I mean? But we have a couple of those 40 under 40 awards here in Winnebago. I'm very proud of everybody that gets those awards, and something that
yeah, and then last year it was Alex Mallory. He got it.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
All right. So Winnebago has been on the map for a while.
Yep, quite a while, and expanding as we go too.
Nice. So who do you have for the Final Four?
Final Four? Well, I didn't do my bracket yet.
Better get on it. Is it the play coming up here, or what do they call that?
The bubble.
Yeah.
I think that's tomorrow or today. I can't remember, but yeah, there's some good teams, and it's gonna be different this year because with the transfer portal, you got teams like stacking up, and even though that the record's not like above 500 or not close to being like a good record, those teams could still knock you off just like that.
Right. I was in Minneapolis when Nebraska and Iowa played for the women's.
All women's.
Caitlin Clark and stuff, and man, Nebraska had a good lead and everything. They were holding Caitlin Clark she was shooting for like 0 for 13 shots at the 3-point line. Here they end up going into overtime and Iowa won it and stuff. Man, dang it.
Yeah, well, one of Nebraska's players did good that day too. Jazz Shalley. I think she had like 32 points too.
Nice. I see that our athletic director for Nebraska is heading out to Texas A&M.
Oh yeah.
And they paired them up, right?
Yeah, both teams.
There you
go. The women's and men's.
Let's see how we do.
Cisco kid said, "Go Bama."
Oh, okay. So Final Four is Bama is going to be in there, huh? What do you think?
Yeah, they got a good team. They got a transfer in from last year. His name is Grant Williams, and he was at NDSU.
Wow.
He's like 6'11", but plays like a guard.
There you go, man. We're just kind of talking a little bit about sports here. We don't have the sports show.
Yeah,
we're taking
gotta squeeze it in.
a season. So thank you coming up for talking sports with us a little bit. But nonetheless, man, Caden, man, we appreciate you coming on up and giving us some good information. So community night at the Sioux City Bandits, April 6th.
Yeah, April 6th, and then I got like a little gift for you guys.
Oh.
This is what we'll be throwing out to the public and to the community members.
All
it has both the Ho
nice.
Chunk Inc. logo and Sioux City Bandits logo on it.
Cool. I think, what are those called? Stress relievers?
Yeah, stress balls.
Stress balls? Yeah, for sure, man. We're going to have to... I like it and stuff, you know what I mean? So we're going to have to play some little office football here in a minute.
And then one of our last things I have for you guys is our internship. The deadline is coming up quick on April 1st. And some of the local internships available that we have is the corporate operations intern, and that deals with government contracting. And then we got the warehouse delivery, that's with All Native Solutions, Ho Chunk Farms, retail operations, community development, corporate safety, IT. And for all that, if you need more information, get a hold of Tara Lee. Her email is tlmedina@hochunkinc.com, and her phone number is 402-699-1914.
Yeah, make sure you take advantage of that. Share that with those who it applies to. I think that's very important information. I was a HCI intern when I was doing my studies at HCI, and I was fortunate enough, a lot of my classmates that were in my classes would do internships, but they had to do them for free. And in fact, you have to pay for the class, you know what I mean? So they were losing money and stuff. But HCI went over here. Blue Earth Marketing was once called All Native Graphics, and that's it was a graphic design company, and they did the website and then did ads and everything too. But that's who I did my internship with, and this was back when it was down at the tribal court. You remember that building down
yeah,
there?
yeah.
They used to have that store down there. And I would work in there for the summer, and it was a good time, and passed it with flying colors. But at the same time, I was able to get paid for my internship, which was really helpful.
Yep.
And I think this is a paid internship, right?
Yep, fully paid.
Take advantage of that. So there's a lot of people that are going to be graduating. There's going to be a lot of people that are looking for internships, getting ready to graduate from their bachelor's or associates and stuff like that. So HCI, make sure you hit up Terry Lee. Good job.
Yep. And we get a lot of recognition with this internship. You get a lot of experience dealing with like meetings, dealing with real world like business type of setting. So
that is cool.
Yep.
I think I seen like a couple years ago or something, they made a trip up there to see Dynamic Homes.
Yep.
Just to see how that operation functions and everything. As you know, housing is one of the priorities of the Winnebago tribe, and we need more housing and stuff too. So from architects to designers to builders to whatever it may be, marketers and business people that can help out getting those homes into our families and stuff too. So good job here, Caden. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Awesome. And so, just to kind of piggyback off what we were talking about, the big hour, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you did the live rock and roll yesterday, and then me and MCBKC, we were kind of throwing this idea out there. So it comes from when me, you, and MCBKC were in here for the Valentine's Day edition of the big hour.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to roll out another request big hour.
Okay.
So like hosting the big hour together, but having people throw some requests out there. So similar to dedications and all that good stuff. But just kind of give them a chance to hear what they want to hear.
Cool. And if you have a chance, too, make sure you check out Res Ride.
Yes.
I just kind of like it's a good time, I guess you should say. You know what I mean?
Channel.
And it's not on our channel. The reason it's not on our channel is because some of those things, as far as YouTube, they have what does they call it when they take the sound off? Yeah. And I think TikTok just recently went through that wave where they have to take and should not try to pay royalties to all these publishers or whatever it may be. So now some of those TikToks are with their music.
They're soundless.
You know what I mean? But it's on that fire though. And the channel, if you have an opportunity, make sure you subscribe. But this is Thursday and it is a good time. I mean, it's just we play music in the background, and I think B Love Buffalo Bass was on Hitched a Ride last time. Yeah, and then I got pulled out because I got in trouble by my other half and stuff. You know what I mean? So
had to tuck and roll.
Yeah, I had to tuck and roll, and you guys are like, "Where's Guaranteed at?" You got in trouble, so you had to get dropped off.
But we do have MCBKC here. If you wanted to kind of let them know, we're talking about Res Ride. Discuss some of the segments that you have during the show.
Sure. Res Ride comes to you live every Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time, because now the time has sprang forward once again. But like she was saying, it's a show that's basically there for you, and it is pure entertainment. It is non-stop, 2 hours of music in the background, and so the soundtrack varies, because last week we did rock, which I have to say I liked. I really did. It was different, and then even as we were going through the playlist, it was like, hey, you know, people were, you know, and everyone in the Res Ride was kind of liking it. But we have all different kinds of things in the programming. We do celebrity birthdays. We have a contest on guessing how old they are and or what year they were born in. I like that because when I go to the ones that are truly ancient, like when was William Shakespeare born? And then, of course, nobody was even close.
1862.
Yeah, but it was in the 1400s. Yeah,
we all kind of wait for someone to throw an answer out, and then we'll kind of follow the lead.
Yeah, we're off by a couple centuries.
Yeah, exactly. That's always fun. And, of course, the infamous Love Line, where people, listeners, call, text, write, scream, holler, looking for the best, worst advice this side of Hatchet Hill.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say one that was a topic, and if you can go back and watch it, it was crazy. But I will say it, and then we'll move on. But March Dadness, that was cool.
I know.
That was a good one. Sponsored by Child Support. There you go.
Yeah,
Anyways,
good stuff. Yep.
So are we ready for the answer? Is I think we are.
When you did that, when he said the March, that you should have cued that your laugh.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you hear my joke?
Yes, I did. The dad joke. Yes, I did.
That one's crazy, right? I mean,
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe I just have an imagination and stuff like
I'm
that.
gonna use that one.
If you see me crying, what are you doing, Garan? I'm trying to catch a squirrel. Why? Because I'm trying to act like a nut. Okay.
That is so terrible.
All right, here we go. So the answer is 5 questions, and this is between the Winnebago in the News and the Big Voice Radio. You might, you know what I mean? And MCBKC is going to be our judge here.
Okay.
Question number 1. I got some good ones. Oh, we just talked about it here today. Number 1. Food is medicine topped the Winnebago in the News headlines in the latest issue that came out this past Saturday. Name one of the 2 presenters at this awesome educational.
And Thundercloud.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Native Star Casino and Iron Horse Casino are what type of class of casinos?
Class 3.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay. All righty. Question number 3. The governor of South Dakota is hoping to get picked by Donald Trump to be vice president. What is the name of the South Dakota governor?
Governor.
I have multiple choice if you want it.
Yes, I will take that multiple
Is
choice.
it A, Henry Ford? Is it B, Aaron Rodgers? Is it C, Emma Stone? Or is it D, Christy Nome?
Christy. Nome.
Final answer.
Wait. Can you say them again? Just the names?
Yep. Henry, Aaron, Emma, Christy.
Yeah, Christy.
Okay. Number 4. Oh, this is going to hurt some feelings here. But who is Kim Kardashian dating now? Short and simple. This is a short and simple question.
That's a good question, though, because I have no idea.
They were all over the Super Bowl.
Oh.
It was headlines. It's on People. It's when you go check out Hy-Vee, you'll see it.
I'm going to assume it's an athlete. I don't know. A football player. I don't know. I just said anything. I'm going to say, I don't even know, man. I'm just going to say she got back with Pete Davidson.
Okay.
I don't know.
Rekindled the flame. Act Up season.
Double
9.
back.
Oh gosh. I don't know the answer to that. I didn't see that.
Okay. So, Pete
Wait.
Davidson.
Can I change my answer real quick?
Yeah.
She's not dating anybody.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this.
Kim
She's
Kardashian
single.
not dating anybody?
Yeah, she's single.
No.
Okay, all right. Number 5. Talking about Kim K. How many times has she been married?
Ooh. She married Kanye. She was married to that twice.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go get home, girl. See what happens here. In the meantime, between time, MCBKC for the Winnebago in the News.
Yeah.
This next issue that's coming up.
Yep.
Can you guys give us a sneak peek or?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, of course, going into it with every issue. Like we said, we continue to try to expand everything that gets offered. Of course, the Winnebago Tribal Council minutes get printed as soon as they are delivered to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so you'll have pretty much a 2-week window as those come forward. So always look for those. And then the front page article, we haven't landed on specifically yet. So I don't want to say, or can't really say with that because we haven't made the choice yet.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a lot of updates. And then, of course, the storylines as they continue.
Yeah, and then we have some holidays coming up. I think Good Friday is coming around the corner, spring break all across the land.
Easter.
Yeah, Easter and what have you here. She did pretty good.
Good Friday.
She did pretty good here. So we're going to find out. We have the Winnebago in the News. Tyler, give us a 1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Here's
all
your
right. Question number 1. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You have a lifeline, right? Does she have a
Yes.
lifeline?
Yeah, I believe
Okay,
so.
she has a lifeline here. Question number 1. Food is medicine topped the Winnebago in the News headline. And, in the latest issue. Name one of the 2 presenters at this awesome education.
And Thundercloud.
Final
Lock
answer?
that in.
You're going to lock it in? You are
Yes,
correct.
Both of
Yes.
them got it right. Ann Thundercloud and executive chef Elena Terry.
Yes, yes. So she's like a chef apprentice?
Ann is, yes.
So does that mean she's just training underneath her?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
cool. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that food was really good. Plus the Whirling Thunder staff, they served lunch. And that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
Mary,
was.
Mary Kelsey and them.
Did you guys get to try the berries? Is that what they call them?
Yep.
Yeah.
How was it?
berries.
It was good. It was
I
good.
liked it.
It was kind of more what she was presenting was so many different things, but what she wanted to do was what they called traveling food, meaning that, of course, when the people's back in the day, would move from camp to camp and etc. You're not going to be able necessarily to have, like live, animal or whatever they were eating and stuff. So there was food that they made to travel, and that's really what that was.
Okay. All right. So you said and Thundercloud.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So the score is 1-1. Dang.
Yes. Yeah. They both got it
Okay. Question number 2. Native Star and Iron Horse Casino are what type of class?
Ooh. Is this multiple or is it?
Yeah, this one because it was in the newspaper.
Is it a number or a letter?
It's a wow.
No.
I just turned the music up.
Did you hear my joke?
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell it.
Okay. I'm gonna do a lifeline for this one.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, because I wouldn't. No.
Okay, probably the person that wrote the article is sitting to your right. You want to ask him?
Sure.
Okay, what type?
Native Star and Iron Horse Casino are currently Class 2 gaming.
Dang.
Yes.
Yes.
I would have said
yes.
C or something.
So is that what you're gonna lock in? You're gonna
Yeah.
trust this? Okay, so locking it in. So that is correct.
Yes.
All right. So it's 2
Yep.
to 1.
And as a sidebar, when I was formerly a CEO for 17 years on my screensaver, because it's Class 2 gaming, I always like to take a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek pun. I put second-class gaming.
Second class gaming. What class 2 is basically is bingo.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bingo. And so if you notice, like, there's a bingo card on the machine. If you go
Yes,
down
there
to
is.
Native Star Iron Horse, and you'll see that, and it'll formulate some numbers, but it has the reels, so it plays out a certain way.
I always wondered about that.
You are
Yeah.
technically
Yeah.
playing bingo.
Really? That's
Technically.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah, and then it just, but class 3 is like one of Vegas, and where you have craps and roulette and blackjack and poker and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And then there's, I think,
Standalone slot machines.
yeah, what do they call them? The random generator number or something like that, or
The random number generator is a part of all gaming in that, but the reason why they are Class 3 machines as opposed to Class 2 is Class 2, they are all linked together and you are technically playing bingo, so you are playing against other players.
Oh, wow.
Whereas in the Class 3 world, the machine, you are obviously playing against the machine.
makes sense.
What's first class?
There you go. I was just gonna ask that.
Class 1 is traditional gaming that the tribes, ours included, had from time immemorial. Those are games played at ceremonies, games played through tradition, that type of thing. So, we have Kansu, the moccasin game. Can't think of the one. It starts with a P. It's the sticks. Somebody's going to slap me, and Sunshine probably would. Yeah, I can't think of. Oh my, just out of my head. Sorry. Starts with a P. Anyway, but yeah, traditional gaming that the tribes had.
Hand game. You know
Yes.
what I mean? There's different forms of hand game. I
Yep.
know, like Omaha tribe, they play a certain way of like
Yeah.
their hand game. But when we went to AHEC, they played what is called Cheyenne style, flathead style. And it's
Yeah,
pretty
every
cool.
tribe has their own games. Yep.
Pretty
So,
cool.
pretty cool. We're learning something new every day. Anyways, question number 3. The governor of South Dakota is hoping to get picked by Donald Trump to be vice president. What is the name of the South Dakota governor?
What's this got to do with marriage? Nah.
Well, they'll probably end up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she would.
throws us
If you knew
off for
anything
marriage.
about, oh my gosh.
I
Yeah.
have multiple choice if you want it.
Yes, please.
Okay. So is it Henry Ford?
Okay.
Is it Aaron Rodgers? Is it Emma Stone? Or is it Christy Nome?
Christina. She nodded yes, I'm pretty sure.
She nodded, yes. I'm
Is
pretty
Emma
sure.
Stone an actor?
Yes.
I don't know. Is she?
Yeah, she's the Easy A girl.
Yeah.
She's what?
She played Easy A in
Yeah.
that
Easy
movie.
A?
She's redhead.
Oh. So
Yeah.
you're going to lock it in?
Locked it in.
Christy.
Yeah.
You guys got it right. How'd you guys know?
Doesn't everybody hear her?
Yeah, remember there was a meme going around.
She's
about
basically a dumpster fire train wreck. Sorry guys, no hurting feelings here. I'm not a resident of South Dakota, but it's like when you were saying marriage, it's like I wouldn't doubt it. It's like, oh my God.
I just know a lot of people, like, she always makes, like, not good remarks about natives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she's trying to be vice president.
Yeah.
You know, she's hoping she's get pregnant. I don't know what's going on there, man. But make sure you get out and vote. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe we'll take that into the love line. She's faking a pregnancy for Donald Trump.
I should have said he's grabbing the vice
Oh
president.
my
Anyways, question number 4. Here you go, Tyler. Here you go. Oh. Okay. Number 4. Who is Kim Kardashian dating now?
Oh, Odell Beckham.
Oh, she got it. You were on the right track,
It's
Bethany.
really
You
hard,
said
I thought.
has to be an athlete, has to be a football player. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was there. I was hoping and wishing you'd got it and stuff.
If you
Odell
asked
Beckham.
what team, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, Odell. I don't think he plays for any team now.
Oh.
He was with the Baltimore Ravens, I think, but yeah, he played for New York Giants for a long time. But Odell Beckham, you know, kind of they were seen at the Super Bowl, but they're taking it easy, I guess.
Aye.
As it
Anyways,
goes.
so for the win,
Okay.
this is for the win. How many times has Kim Kardashian been married?
Let me think here. 3.
Final answer? For the win.
I'm gonna say 3, yeah.
You are... Yeah, she got married 3 times.
Yeah, she was.
One was in high school, right?
She was married very young, and I don't know his name, but yeah,
Yeah.
that
Something
was
Thomas.
way before.
He's like a music producer.
yeah,
Damon Thomas?
way before fame. You could say his name. I don't know it.
Yeah.
Before the fame hit, before all of that, she was married.
And then Chris Humphries.
Yes,
And
Chris
that was like a
Humphries.
72-hour wedding or something like that. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
trying to get at questions this morning, so I kind of read all about it.
Mhm.
But then they're like, who's Kim? How many times is, and then it's like a whole long list, a whole slew and a whole heap of people on there. But Odell Beckham is the latest boy, I guess.
Okay.
The latest, what do they call it? Boo?
I guess. Flavor of the week. Flavor of the week.
Okay.
Oh, that's-
Well, it was funny because Bethany says she's not dating anybody, and then everybody just start laughing. She cannot date. She has to date somebody, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's like
it's a money making machine and stuff. Anyways, all right. So I think Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are coming up on a fight. Is that right? Can you
I
look
seen
that up?
that. That was so random. Or no?
Is it coming
They
up?
hold on, I'll look
Can
it
you look that up real quick? My son, my 12-year-old son came up to me and he said, "Hey, Dad, I think Jake Paul is going to be fighting Mike Tyson." I was like, "What?" You know, and I'm trying to stay up on boxing myself and stuff, you know what I mean? But is that Jake
Oh,
Paul
there it
versus
is.
Mike Tyson on Saturday, July 20th?
oh wow.
Dang.
Live at the big screen.
For real,
It's
huh?
one of those- I mean, you never want to count Tyson out, but God, how big of an age difference is that?
I know.
What is Tyson, 57 or something?
I don't
gonna
think
bite
he's
the ear
that
off.
old.
He's gonna bite it.
Or is he?
He's going to bite a ear out.
I know, right?
That is pretty interesting. I was
The-
kind of watching a documentary on Jake Paul last night, and you know, boxing started to go on the decline as far as popularity, pay-per-view fights, and all that stuff. You kind of resurrected it. I hate
That's what I was
to.
gonna say. Do you think this is to kind of up their numbers, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, is it an exhibition? Let's see here. There's an upcoming boxing match between YouTuber Jake Paul. Dang,
Say-
On
yeah,
Netflix.
58 versus 27.
58.
He's fifth. I didn't think he was that old. Holy cow.
Wow.
Usually these are on like what is it, HBO, or it's gonna be live on Netflix.
Yeah, because HBO doesn't do boxing anymore. Showtime, yeah, Showtime doesn't do boxing anymore, so they got out of the game. So the only ones left is The Zone, and I guess Amazon Prime's going to be doing boxing, ESPN, and Netflix. Pretty interesting. Anyways, so
Wow.
If it's on Netflix, does that mean we could show it down to the big screen? Because it's not pay-per-view, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, let's go. All right, shout outs. DJ Bethany.
I want to give a shout out to, let's see here. Make sure you all, if you're in the Winnebago area, you guys go down to the Winnebago Public School on Thursday and Friday. Our apprentices, Tylee and Zane, are going to be in the Addams Family musical.
Yeah, we're going to cover that.
Yes, so it'll be at the auditorium in Winnebago Public School. And so they'll be doing, I'm trying to get the visual up here real quick. They'll have a Addams Family event. And so 2 days in a row they'll be doing that. And let's see here. They'll have the showings. The public show dates are March 21st, March 22nd, free admission. The show times will be 6:30, but the doors will open at 6.
It's a good time.
Yes.
Good time. I mean, I did, what do they call it? One act? I did one act play, and it was tough, you know, because you had to memorize the lines, you had to do makeup, costume, all this and that and stuff. Now these guys are adding the musical element to that, and that's just a whole nother game, you know, a whole nother level and stuff. So I'm to my understanding, they have a big cast, so keep up the good work from people that are behind the scenes to the actors to everybody that's teaching the music. Speaking of that,
and how much is it?
Free 99.
I like that.
Tyler, you have a shout out?
I want to shout out our WIN contributors. They're, you know, always just keeping us full with content.
Yeah.
Meeting our deadlines and, you know, working with us for reserving future things. And just thank you.
Yeah, that is good. Good shout out.
Yeah, and along that line, before my shout out, I want to also put that out there. Remember, it has been the long-standing policy for the Winnebago Indian News to identify the contributing writers. So we want to thank everybody for continuing to bring the content to the Winnebago Indian News, but we are going to steadily begin affirming who wrote what, and then also trying to identify those individuals in the photographs. Because sometimes we have pictures of groups of people, and it's like, who's that? And it's like, well, we don't know.
Yeah.
So we're going to be pushing that policy forward. So
awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
And then my shout out is going to then be first one is shout out to my granddaughters. Their birthday, Melody's was yesterday, and Briseis is on Friday. And so they are getting into the tween era.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
that's a good
little
age.
bit. Is it?
Happy birthday to both those ladies.
Yes, a happy birthday to them. And then also, what I wanted to mention, while Julie Smithart was here, guys, and a shout out to them, we are, the Winnebago tribe, I should say it that way, is working on providing a lot of detailed information that is going to provide protocol into what happens if we do have a missing relative. So that is coming forward as well.
MMI yeah, MMI. I think is it MMIP now?
Is it?
People?
People.
Okay.
We'll have to get
I'm still on R, so.
Missing,
murdered indigenous relatives.
yeah. Then there's missing, murdered indigenous people. We'll have to kind of get the official designation and stuff. But nonetheless, man, I want to give a shout out to you guys holding it down last week, Monday, Tuesday, while I was up in AHAC, man, and did the programming Tuesday. I got to catch a little piece of it and stuff, you know what I mean? So it was good time. The answer is, it was pretty awesome and everything too, that version.
The extended version. Yes.
And then shout out to the crew that helped out with AHAC. We had 52 hand games that had to take place. 27 teams. 52. We had about 300 players playing all at one time. It was nuts. I mean, we had it was at the convention center. It was just crazy and stuff. So shout out to the coordinators. That was Ashley. We had Cassie Kitchion, Jeremy Shields, Wambly Dozel, and myself just trying to coordinate that whole thing. And it was a 2-day tournament, and we got it done within a time frame. It was really cool. So good. Thank you guys for holding it down here, and congratulations to the winners. The winners was Ahe Nakota from Fort Belknap, Montana.
Nice.
They did a good job. All right, so with that, do you want to hear my joke of the day?
Yeah.
Do you? Can you tell it?
Real excited.
Here's my joke of the day. Here it is.
It said, how do you catch a squirrel?
How do you catch a squirrel?
That's 'cause
Excited.
don't know. I've made quite a few squirrel friends living at my mom's.
Okay.
Just putting nuts out.
Here's
But
the
I don't
punchline.
know. Put some food out.
Climb into the tree and act like a nut.
Not a year.
Keep working on it. All right, you guys have a good day. Thank you.